מה כל הדבר הזה? זה מטריף, מה? באו להרוג, לשרוף, לשחוט, לא יודעת. הדבר הזה אני לא רוצה לחשוב אפילו. זה צמרמורת, לחשוב על זה.
An einem staubigen Straßenrand, wie es sie so viele gibt im
On a dusty roadside, one of many in the harsh south of Israel, I suddenly saw a young woman, Limor, walking back and forth with her mother-in-law.
Und in der Hand hält sie die ganze Zeit
In her hand, she held a plastic bag containing something I couldn't quite identify.
Die junge Frau hatte ich erst wenige Minuten vorher kennengelernt.
I had only met Limor a few minutes earlier, while she was walking her dog. This might not sound particularly remarkable, but it was enough for me to approach her, especially since she was walking her dog in an area where everyone else had been evacuated.
Ich habe sie also angesprochen und dann hat sie mich eben mitgenommen.
She led me to a roadside which at first glance seemed as bleak as it was ordinary.
Am 7. Oktober 2023 hat sich aber genau an diesem...
On October 7th, 2023, though, part of the massacre inflicted upon the Israeli population by Hamas took place in this desolate area.
Limors Mann, ein Sportler durch und durch.
Limor's husband, a sound engineer and dedicated athlete with long hair, had set out on that fateful morning for a bike ride. Then the rocket alarm started blaring.
Unter Raketenbeschuss. Limor hat mir dann das letzte Foto von ihm gezeigt.
Then Limor showed me the last photo of her husband. In the picture, he is seen lying on the ground, wearing his helmet, with his hands above his head, his bike in the background. It was the last selfie he ever sent. Unfortunately, he did not have enough time to reach a bunker. As in southern Israel, you only have about 10 to 15 seconds to find shelter once the sirens go off. In a message, he reassured his wife that he would be okay.
And they stopped him here. And then he called me to say, Limor, come. I was shot. And I say, yes, I'm coming. But it was too late.
The place where her husband was later found had been set on fire by the terrorists. Ever since this fateful morning in October, Limor drives to this exact spot. It is the place where her husband was shot and then burned. She searches the area, hoping to find his wedding ring.
Und besonders traurig ist aber die kleine Plastiktüte, die Limor.
The small plastic bag Limor carries with her is particularly heartbreaking. It contains the remains of her husband's hair.
Manche Haare sind natürlich angesenkt, verkokelt.
Some of it is scorched and blackened, with small stones burnt into it, now fused with the hair. But it is still her husband's hair, which she lovingly pulls from beneath the stones at this sorrowful place and carefully places it into her bag.
Es gab auch den Moment,
Then, suddenly, Limor collapsed in silence.
Dann lag sie da.
She lay down where her husband had been murdered just days earlier, lying on the ground for a long time, staring into nothingness. At some point, she began searching for more hair or remains of her husband's bicycle among the small stones.
Geschichte zu erzählen fällt mir schwer, weil das
It is difficult for me to tell Limor's story, because these were deeply real moments, and you actually feel out of place with your camera. But both Limor and her mother-in-law knew that people needed to understand what happened on that day, which claimed the lives of around 1,200 Israelis, who were senselessly and brutally slaughtered, burned alive, beheaded, shot, and raped by Islamists from Gaza.
Vergewaltigt. Und da zu stehen an diesem kleinen
To stand in this small patch of land, on this road, on this empty street that cannot properly commemorate a deceased person, where cars drive by, loud buses, military trucks, and where you can hear the artillery fire in the background, a meaningless place to die quietly.
What these trees saw, we never know. We never know.
Und man kann nur dafür beten, dass es Limor schaffen wird mit ihrem Sohn. Obwohl wenn die Israelis
If there is one thing Israelis are truly capable of, it is dealing with grief without losing their humanity, looking forward and loving life even when others seek to destroy them. Thank you for watching.